Are you boxes free, or do you have little odds and ends boxes that are kicking around your house? They're stuck on your bookshelves, they're hiding behind your couch, they're stuck over in the corner of the room, and they might be empty and they might have stuff in them. Do you have boxes in your house? Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, right now we are spending 30 days. We're going through every area of our home and we're pulling out things for 30 days that no longer belong. And today we're going to focus on boxes. And you say, boxes? Well, I don't have any boxes in my home. I didn't think I did either, but I went through my house and what I found was in my closet, I had a couple of shoe boxes that still had new shoes inside the boxes. Now, I bought them on sale, and if you are like me during the COVID pandemic, you switched a lot of your shopping from in-store purchases to online shopping. So the boxes just keep coming, right? And then the boxes arrive at your house, like the shoes did for me. And the first thing I did is I took them out of the bigger box and I just put them on the shelf until I can organize them and put them where they go, right? So I had 2 boxes inside a bigger box, right? Okay, yesterday I bought some cleaning supplies. The cleaning supplies arrived in this box. And on the box itself, it says, please recycle me, right? It's an empty box, but my question is, what do you do with the boxes that have shipping things in them that you bought? Do they kick around your house? Do you break them down? Do you recycle them? And do you know what to do with them? All right, so as a house cleaner of almost 3 decades, one of the things I've always done is I break the boxes down. I take a box cutter and I cut off the tape on the ends and I flatten the box so that when I'm done, the box looks like this. This is a flattened box. And then you can store it inside your garage and you can have a lot of stored boxes, right? Now, the reason that I like to store the boxes instead of just throwing them out is because whenever we would go on a move-in, move-out clean, I would always find there would be lots of extra stuff that customers would leave behind. It would be things like a shoe, socks, it would be like toys, trinkets from the bathroom, whatever. There would be little odds and ends. And I would box everything up. And I had all these extra boxes that I could then tape up and either give back to the customer, or you could take them and just throw them in the trash or what have you. But lots of the things that were left behind needed to go inside a box. So I always had extra boxes. Now, if I ended up with a surplus of extra boxes, I could always go to nextdoor.com. You can even go to facebookmarketplace.com and you can make a note and say, hey, I have extra moving boxes if anyone wants them. Now, this happens to be a small box. It would be great for little items from the bathroom vanity. You could pack everything up in a box this size, and that would be easy for even a child to carry if they were helping you move into your house. So if you have boxes that you have not used, it's great to recycle them and get rid of them quickly instead of just storing them. Unless, of course, you're a professional house cleaner and you use them on a regular basis for clients that you have. Okay, so one of the things that I recommend is how quickly can you get rid of the boxes that you have? Do you have a recycling bin that you could put them out on the curb? Because the recycling actually goes to these big recycling centers where they can process the boxes, and also they are available to the public if you want to come and you want to take the boxes for your own moving. Now, I know that we've had several clients that have moved and they've gone down to the recycling centers and they've been given like hundreds of boxes that just came in, all different sizes, shapes, whatever. We get to use the boxes over and over and over again so that we're not being wasteful, right? So it's a really amazing process of recycling the boxes that you have that come in from shipping. But to just keep them kicking around your house, not so great. They take up space and they create clutter in your house. So as I was going through my house, I found other kinds of boxes. One of the boxes was, I bought this little gizmo. This extends your satellite signal across the areas of your house. But I saved the box that it came in. Don't ask me why I saved the box. It's silver and it's pretty and it has some information on it. I have no good reason for keeping this box other than it's just pretty. And then I asked myself, but why do I still have this? Because this is plugged into the wall and I've already hooked it up and I'm already using it. Why did I save the box? I don't know, but I can get rid of the box because it no longer belongs, right? I don't have a need for the box anymore. I also found my Apple boxes from my Apple iPhones. And then I realized I have always saved my Apple boxes because they're so expensive and they're built really well and they're super durable and they're pretty. That's not a very good reason to keep them, but I've saved them. Then I discovered that I also saved my iPad box that it came in. This is the original iPad box. Why did I save it? I don't know. But you have boxes like this also in your house. You'll probably never use them again. They will probably sit there for years. They're pretty, they're durable, and what we keep them for is not because we're ever going to use them again. We keep them because we paid a lot of money for the item that was inside, or it's built so well. We feel like we have to hang on to it because, I don't know why, it's valuable. It brings us happy memories. It represents all of the productivity that happens on our smartphone. I don't know why we save them, but I no longer need those boxes. I will tell you this. There are a lot of people that will buy those boxes on eBay because they also have a phone that they want to sell and they want it inside a box. And so you can resell your Apple boxes on eBay because there are other buyers that want to resell their products. Okay, I found other kinds of boxes. This one has file folders in it, and I decided to leave it inside this box because this is a good holder for these file folders. But what I also found was in my office, I had a lot of printing that we've done. We send out certificates when people register and certify for a class, but all of the printing comes in these boxes. And instead of having loose certificates lying around, they're still in all the boxes on a shelf. And then I said, it's okay if those stay in the boxes, and the file folders will get to stay in the boxes. We will keep those boxes. So the exercise here that we're going to do is we're going to go through every room of the house, and we're going to say, does this box get recycled, or do we get to keep this box? Does this have a purpose in our lives? If it does not have a purpose in our lives, we're going to go ahead and get rid of that box. Whether we resell it, whether we give it away, or whether we recycle it, we're going to get rid of the boxes in our homes because our homes don't really have space for empty boxes just sitting around, right? So my challenge to you, when a box comes into your house and it has stuff in it that you just bought, take out the stuff that you bought, write your Amazon reviews for the stuff that you bought, let the buyer know I received the item, it was in good condition, or it's not what I thought I ordered, and send it back, okay? So process whatever it was you purchased, and then take the box and process the box instead of leaving it on your living room floor, because I went to my living room floor and lo and behold, there's a huge box of stuff that arrived yesterday. It's huge. And I haven't done anything with that box yet, but I'm going to, okay? So this is a challenge we're doing together. Process the box, recycle it, get rid of it, or store it, flatten it and store it, and process it so that it's not just lying around your house, taking up space, creating clutter and mental clutter of you walking through your house and seeing all this stuff that's not taken care of. So that, my friends, is the 30-day box-free challenge. We're going to get rid of all the extra boxes in our lives that we no longer need, use, or want, and that don't have a current purpose. Okay? Are you with me? All right, I want you to leave your notes and your comments in the notes below. I do read all my comments, and I'm super excited about you following me on this 30-day journey. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.